These are my most worn clothes for 2024. Today I'm gonna show you guys all of my most worn clothes in 2024 that I tracked like a crazy woman. Me and spreadsheets were like this. I want to remind you guys, not all of these items are good. They're just simply what I chose to wear over other items, which is interesting because some of these items I'm like, actually, why did I pick that up so often? I started tracking all of these items in January of last year. I wrote down every single clothing item I had that I wore and I would add it. The exceptions were that like anything pajama or like loungewear related wasn't really included unless it was like a sweat set. Same with workout clothes, like to me that's all just stuff. And then also any items that were like one-off. So I did Nuuly a lot last year. And so when I would rent clothing, I wouldn't count that because to me that didn't make sense. Like I would make a mental note if I wore it a lot, just simply based on like, oh, is that something I should rent again? But not necessarily a list item per se. There is one exception. I did buy a t-shirt from Nuuly and I'll kind of explain that. I mean, it's not that interesting. I just bought it. So like it's in the list. If you are watching this, it's the beginning of the year and you're thinking maybe I should do this, I would highly, highly, highly recommend doing this. I feel like this has been some really interesting data about myself, honestly. It's kind of pushed me to wear clothes that I don't typically wear and kind of step out a little bit more into my style. I think something that I do so often, especially if you're someone who works from home, like I don't have to go out as much, so I just kind of wear chill clothes. I don't think that's a bad thing. I love a sweat set. We'll definitely see several in this video. I love them, but it's also a reminder like, hey, just because you wear this outfit a lot and it's like a good go-to doesn't mean you should always only wear that. It's also giving me some reference of things that I'm like, if you see an item like that in the store, do not buy it because you have 20 of them that you wear all of the time, or items that I did not touch at all this year or like very low touch. I'm like, noted, I don't need an item like that again. If you guys want to see more of my outfits, I will be making an effort to post more of them on my Instagram, which is samanthahope, and obviously here on my YouTube I'm gonna do like little outfit of the days on my shorts, so I hope you guys subscribe and enjoy those. All right guys, let's get into the data. Let's figure out what the hell I wore this year. So in 2024, I lived in two different places. I lived in New York and I lived in Chicago. My style is very reflective of that. Items that I wore a ton were sweaters because it is sweater weather all the time here, I feel like. Also, honestly, I like to not have as many sweaters. I like to kind of reuse the sweaters that I have, and I do cycle through them so often. We'll see that. So let's get into it. Okay, this is not gonna be in any particular order, but it is gonna be in like categories. This sweater from Brandy Melville. I have actually had this sweater for a long time. I got this when I was living in Seattle. Big issue with it is that there's a hole in the back here. It's actually genuinely fine because it's on the collar, so like it really is so easily hidden. I just need to go and sew it, considering the fact that I wore this 7 times and avoided sewing it each time. It's just a cute little pullover sweater. I do wish it was a little bit larger so it was like comfier, I guess, but I like the way it fits and I like these colors. I feel like this works for honestly like any season. I love like navy and white together. Okay, this next item was actually kind of surprising to me because I got it a little bit later into the year, but it kind of makes sense because it's such an easy like go-to item. And it is this black cardigan from Amazon. The quality is like Amazon quality. It's not like amazing or anything. I wish, considering how often I've found myself wearing it, I wish I would have just like gotten one that was a little bit better quality, considering the fact that I wore this 6 times and I got this, I believe, in September or October. It's just such an easy go-to item. So definitely gonna be investing more in like staple cardigans. Next item, I have had this sweater from ASOS since I was a freshman in college. I graduated in 2022, so it has been like 6 years since then. I got this for Christmas, like 6 years ago. It is just a sweater, and it's like a very basic sweater, but the way it sits and like even the neckline being a little wider, I just think it's so cute. It's really flattering. It's warm, but it's not itchy. It's just a really nice sweater generally. This is gross, honestly, but I only wash these about like once a year. So like I have to be careful whenever I'm wearing like my sweaters because I don't wash them a lot because I fear what will happen. I don't know exactly what will happen, but I fear it, you know. Next item. This is crazy how many times I wore this one. I wore this sweater 18 times. And part of me is like, actually, I feel like I wore it 1,000 times because I'm always wearing this sweater. And that's insane because there's stains on it. It is just this V-neck sweater from Gap. I love this. This is like the best style of sweater. Like I feel like if I wasn't an idiot and didn't stain this, this is a sweater I would have for the rest of my life. Clearly though that hasn't stopped me, the stains, so perhaps it will still be an item I'm like constantly wearing. But last year on my birthday, I was blowing out candles and I got wax on me, and I'm sure there's for sure a way to get that out. I just like haven't cared enough to. And so it's like a little stain, but I absolutely love this. Like, it is just such a sweater. It is heavy. I just love this. It's such a good sweater. I have this also in blue. I don't wear the blue one as much, but now I'm like reminding myself I need to. Next item, this sweater from Abercrombie. I wore this item 6 times. This actually kind of surprised me because it's a really, really heavy sweater. It's knit, and also it's like, because of the way it is, like, I think it makes me not reach for it as much, but I still reach for it a lot because the quality is just amazing. But the style is a little bit different since it has like the zipper. It's really thick. Like, this is just not a super casual item. Something I don't totally love is that I wish it was a little bit longer. They almost cut it like similar to a crop style, and believe it or not, this is the large size in it. So like, I think it's meant to fit a little bit more snug. I actually did get coffee on this early in the year, and then I kind of like stopped wearing it after that because I thought it stained it, but it didn't. Like, it's actually totally fine. So I love this. It's so nice. It's so warm, but it's definitely like a save for a certain occasion kind of thing. Next sweater. This is probably like my most high quality sweater. I wore this sweater 12 times. I understand why. It is just like such a well-made sweater. This is Topshop brand. I got this originally from Nordstrom, and I got this, I believe, 5 years ago. I just love it. Like, it is just such good quality. It's thick, but it's not itchy. I love this. It's so nice. I like the color too because it's a little like deeper than a typical like taupey tan color. Next sweater. I was kind of curious why I wore this so much, but then I was like, okay, there were like a few events that made sense for this. This American flag sweater. I actually really like this. I think it's cute, but like, I feel like people might mistake it as like a little bit more patriotic than I mean it. So I don't feel like this is gonna get worn very much this year, honestly. But the reason why I wore this is I was wearing it a lot like during the Summer Olympics. Like, I don't know why. I just like, I would put it on and was like so excited. Like, I just love the Olympics. I don't know, guys. And then I think I wore this like when the debates were happening, and probably like when I went voting. And then I did wear this on election night, and yeah. So the vibes now are like bad with the sweater, but it is still pretty cute in my opinion. And this is just like a good little like 4th of July one. That's another one, obviously I wore it then. I think it's cute, but I don't know if I'm gonna wear it as much, simply just because honestly I feel like this is a pretty trendy type of style, and I feel like that trend has kind of like fallen out a little bit, but it's still a good little piece to have for like 4th of July and stuff, like going to see fireworks and like chilling. Next sweater. I swear to God, we're gonna be done with sweaters soon, I promise. This is actually the last one, thankfully. I wore this sweater 6 times. I'm actually surprised it wasn't more, but then like whenever I put it on, I remember why it wasn't more. It's a very cute, like very traditional sweater. It's from Brandy Melville, and honestly the reason why I don't like it is it's because like a lot of Brandy Melville's items, when they do a little bit like bigger, like oversized, it's just not like the oversized amount that you're looking for. It's like slightly oversized, so it's kind of awkward. I also don't love the neckline. Like, that's just me being super picky. I just like don't love it. But I do in general like this sweater. It's like really served its purpose. I've had that probably for like a year now, and I've enjoyed wearing it, obviously. Side note, I think I also wore that one more when I first got it than this past winter. All right, now we're gonna move on to pants. Me like sorting through my little sheet. We're gonna do like pants and jeans and like any bottoms because I actually do not have a ton of these. My number one most worn pair of trousers, my little corporate America girly, are these Abercrombie ones. These are pinstriped, and they are just like such a good go-to. They look nice, they look professional, they fit well. Like, everything about these is just like generally really good. I just really like these a lot because most of my jobs have been like in the tech area. Clothing is just like, it's not how it is like investment banking or whatever, where you really have to wear like aggressively like intense suits. So like wearing these just made me seem like professional. It wasn't even like a requirement, but I still really like these. We're gonna move on to skirts, or should I say skirt. I literally only wore one skirt this year, and I was thinking about it, I'm like, there is no way that's possible. And there is a reality in which like I probably forgot to put something down at some point in time. Like, this data is probably not 1000% accurate, but I'm really trying to think back, and I was like, wait, like did I like not wear any skirts? And I did have a few like summery skirts that I wore, just like really quick like put on ones for going to the beach or something, but I didn't count those because I was like, those are like more cover-ups to me. I should have maybe counted them, but a lot of them are also in storage, so that's like another part of it. But I was like, wait, is this the only skirt I wore? And I swear to God it is. It is this skirt from Aritzia. It's incredibly cute. It's Sunday best. I just love it. Like, it's just really a cute skirt. I've worn this going out. I've worn this like to the club, which is weird, but I've also worn this to like work. So a versatile skirt, but I've only ever worn it 3 times. It's a super cute skirt. I don't know why I don't wear it often. I think in part because it's Aritzia, so I like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, I don't want to like damage it or something. I don't know. Yeah, not worn a ton, but it is like my go-to skirt. I love that thing. Now we're gonna talk about jeans. These jeans are a bit of a newer addition to my life. I got these, I believe, in like September or something. They are the Abercrombie low-rise jeans. Like, they're just like, what are they called? The baggy low-rise. They're cute. I would size like down with it. I wish I would have sized down because they are like almost too baggy, like too, but I think they're so cute. They're such good jeans, and if you are someone who is like a little bit nervous about the low-waisted jeans kind of trend, I understand that. I feel like these are such a good, I don't even want to say middle ground because they are low-rise, but they allow you to kind of wear them where it makes sense for you. So you don't have to like, you know, put them all the way down super low. Like, there's still room in general to kind of put them where you want, where it makes sense for you, where it's like comfortable. So I really like these for that. I was actually wearing the jeans that I wore the most this year today, so I have to go and grab those. They're under the pile. Okay. I don't know if you noticed I'm wearing my barrel jeans because I was like looking through this list. I was like, oh my God, I spent a ton of money on these barrel jeans and I don't wear them. I don't know if I mentioned, but I wore the black jeans 36 times. That is a lot, but honestly, I feel like it would have been so much more if I had them earlier in the year. Those are like my go-to jeans now, but I have such a soft spot for my like light blue, just traditional denim jeans from Abercrombie. I have had these for a few years now, like maybe 2 or 3. These are just like light wash denim. Absolutely love them. My only complaint with these jeans is like sometimes when I wash them, like they like kind of like crinkle up, which I don't know, just like annoys me. But like literally just the most basic jeans in the world, and they're so nice and I love them and they don't feel uncomfortable. Like, I can just throw them on and they're so nice. I genuinely have nothing else to say. Like, they serve the purpose of jeans. They're like exactly what I need. They're like, they just do it. I wore these 96 times. And part of me is like, no, I feel like I wore them more. That's so crazy. Like, I love these. Okay, now we are moving on to t-shirts. Okay, this is like just such a basic t-shirt, and I was kind of surprised to see how many times I wore it. It is just this one from Brandy Melville. It is tan, it is basic, and I wore it 14 times. It is just like the easiest t-shirt in the world. Like, it is so put it on and go. I think I didn't realize how much I wore it because like I just don't even think about it when I put it on, kind of thing. Like, it's so easy. I clearly love the color tan. Like, I don't know why I never realized how much I wear that color, but part of me is like, girl, like, let's venture out. Like, again, this one, like, that's why I have color on today, because I was like, I need that. My next t-shirt is this Free People dupe that I got on Amazon. This is nice. It's just like a really easy summery type top. I haven't worn it since I think literally like Lollapalooza, so August. I think it's just such a summer top, and it was like a little trendy, so I'm unsure that this was totally worth it. I wore this 7 times. It's just nice and cute, but I am sort of happy I didn't get the Free People one because that would have been more expensive, and to me, like, I'm like, okay, like, it had its time, it had its flowers, and now it's done. Next item is actually from Nuuly. So I bought this because it was in one of my like sets that I got, and I just kept wearing it, and it's just so soft. It's so casual. I love just putting on a t-shirt, like a big t-shirt and like jeans, or a big t-shirt and like jorts. Feels silly, but it's Beverly Hills Rodeo Club. It just feels nice. The brand is The Laundry Room, which was actually really popular, like Tumblr days, like 2013 type vibe. If you search it, like some of the tops that will come up are gonna be like ones that you're like, oh my God, that was such an era. It's very Western, very rodeo themed. I also noticed a pattern in that I was wearing a lot of that. Just cute, just basic, enjoyable. Next item, I didn't really know where to put this, so bit of a transition item. It is this set from Free People. So there's these cute little shorts and this sweater top. This is the Malibu set. I love this set. I feel like I've worn it 1,000 times. I've had this for like maybe 2 or 3 years now. I have been pretty cautious with like washing it, but honestly, like, I don't feel like it needs that much caution. Like, it handles things. It's super nice. This is perfect because I live in a lake town, so this is like great for that. I also like this if I'm just trying to chill out and I don't have a lot of plans or like much to do, but I have like a few tasks. So like if I'm going to get a spray tan, like this is perfect alternative for a sweat set in the summer. I wore this 10 times and I probably wore all of that in summertime. I don't tend to reach for this outside of summer. I guess I could, I just like don't think about it. Now we're moving on to my final and favorite category. I could do a whole video talking about sweat sets, guys. Like, I love them. I love them. I try not to love them because they make me so like lazy when it comes to clothes. Nothing I love more truly than like going and getting coffee and like putting on a sweat set. I love it. So I'm gonna show you guys my most worn ones. I got this set this year. It is from Gap. It is just this really bright pink color. And then here is the hoodie. If you know me or if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this. Like if I'm at an airport, I'm wearing this. Like this is just such a fun go-to. You know, because it's more bright, it feels like a little bit more effort is put in. I like don't know why, but in my mind, that's what I've made up. I wore this 16 times, which I feel like is a lot for the color of it. Next item is actually not a sweat set. It is just a sweatshirt. I have had this since I was in high school, but it is so much older than that. I have no doubt this is from like the 80s. I got this from my favorite thrift shop and it's closed. Like it's been closed for years and I mourned it every single day. It was like the best place ever. Everything was so cheap. All this stuff was so good. I miss that every single day. And I got this gem from it. Despite the Bears never winning anything ever, I still really enjoy it. It's just so cute to me and it's comfy and I put this on any chance I get. So if I'm going to bed, I'll put it on. If I'm like a little cold, if I am like going to the lake and just like want to walk around, like I will put this on any occasion, anytime, anywhere. I'm always wearing it. And I'm embarrassed to say how many times I wore this. I wore this 62 times. That is like sick. Like, what do you mean I wore this 62 times? And it was like almost like a running gag in my brain. Like anytime I'd put it on, I'd be like another one. And I would just like add it to my notes app. How insane is that? Like, why did I wear this so much? Part of me is like, did I mistype something? Cause like, that's crazy. But I think like if I asked any of my family members or like anyone who knows me, any of my friends, they'd be like, no, actually like that makes so much sense. Honestly, anyone who's interacted with me in the last like 8 years since I've had this, like, I think they'd be like, no, yeah, you wear that thing all the time. Very worth wearing, but like maybe I need to throw a new one in the rotation. We have 2 sweat sets left. They're very similar. This is one from Hollister. It is just gray. It has like the bottom is like the scrunchy fabric. I don't know how else to explain it. I wear this all the time. Like such a good go-to. If I'm feeling like just chill and I just want something that's chill, this is it. I especially like wearing sweatshirts in like spring. I like them in winter and fall too, but like I don't know why I feel like I gravitate toward them a lot in spring because I want to get ready and get dressed, but like I kind of am like the weather though. This is just so good. I wore the gray set 34 times. Next one is this green set. This is the first set I got from Hollister. I love their sweat sets. Again, like I could do a whole video if you guys want on like my favorite sweat sets. I really like this a lot. The bottoms for this one are like the flare kind and the top is just like basic. There is unfortunately a bit of a grease stain on this now, so this is gonna come out of the rotation very soon. I'll still obviously be wearing it just like less, which is good because I wore that 24 times. Sick. Just sick. I think it's because I would just like wear a sweat set at least once a week. And if it's a Saturday or a Sunday, I'm probably wearing a sweat set of some kind. And in the summer, like I feel like I always have like a sweatshirt or a sweater just nearby because like, I don't know, like air conditioning exists, you know, like sometimes I'm like cold. We're gonna have such a fun time cleaning. It's gonna be awesome. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love a little spreadsheet moment. I'm gonna be doing this again for this year. Highly, highly, highly recommend other people do this too. Like, I just feel like it gave me a lot of interesting insight into.
Hello from editing Sam. So I somehow got rid of my outro on this video. I think my camera just didn't record it. So that is what I'm here to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe. It's down below and follow my Instagram, which is samanthahope. An additional thing, I was editing this video and the amount of times I said like is criminal. So it is something I'm going to work on this year because that is crazy. I understand that's a filler word, but I need to fill less, you know? I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye!